Guess what, familia? It's your girl Kenny Ken from Guided Affirmations, bringing the Gemini Sun and Moon placements, their monthly community para el mes de julio, for the month of July. You already know the vibes. I really like that. I'm gonna try that the next time, even though Agosto does not really vibe. But anyways, you know the vibes. We're gonna do some breath works. We're gonna do 7 breaths. We're gonna do deep inhales and exhales that are longer than our inhales, just to calm down the body and the central nervous system, allowing for any subconscious or conscious tension and anxieties to just flow off of us, to just roll off with every second that our exhale flows, whatever, we're gonna roll with it, flows out of our body, just so we can be more in tune and more prepared for the messages, and just feel more in our bodies, period. You know what I mean? This is gonna be, before we breathe, this is gonna purely be oracle decks, which is a vibe because I've been loving it. If you've been loving it, I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, so make sure that you are breathing how your body wants to breathe, and that's either exhaling out of your mouth or your nose, whatever you choose to do, and moving at your own pace, so you do not actually have to wait until I say inhale or exhale en español. Get it? Good. Vámonos pues, y vamos a comenzar con la primera respirada. We're going to start with the first breath, remembering that we're going to inhale really bigly, expanding our bellies, and on the exhales, contracting and letting all of the air out for a longer time frame than our inhales. So let's begin. Inhala. Exhala. Inhala. Exhala. Inhala. Exhala. 4 more breaths. Inhala. Exhala. Inhala. Exhala. Inhala. Exhala. Last 2 breaths. Inhala. Exhala. Last breath. Inhala. Un poquito de agüita, a little bit of agua. Before we start. Yo, after like 3 videos, I be parched, like parched. It's wild because I have a podcast and we don't be drinking water on the podcast, and I be chatting for like an hour plus, bro. So this is different. This is real energy work, but whatever. Let's see what shadow energy is presenting itself to the Gemini Sun and Moon signs this July spirit. What shadow energy is presenting itself to the Gemini Sun and Moon signs? I'm so sorry because I know that is a little loud. What is the overall shadow energy presenting itself to the Gemini Sun and Moon signs spirit? 2 cards, please. Overall shadow energy presenting itself for the Gemini Sun and Moon signs. 2 cards, please. Overall shadow energy presenting itself. Let's see. Overall shadow energy presenting itself. I have a feeling that I'm meant to cut the deck, and it's really just a 1 card. Just shut up. Just shut up. 1 more card, please. 1 more card, please. Overall, 1 more card, please. 1 more card, please. Well, I mean, I did say 1 card. Maybe that was really the vibes. Right? Just the 1 card? Yeah, I think so. I think I get the hint. Let's do it one more time and see what's up. Okay, nah, I get the hint. I get it. Whatever. Well, not whatever. Not whatever, Kenny. Oh. Talking shit. I need a second. I really thought it was only one card. Like, okay, I'm back. We got Basque. And we got balance on it. At the bottom we find center, and just once I thought it was one card, I kind of already knew what the message was without really even seeing the other card. First of all, BB, that I don't know if that's significant to anybody, but BB is literally, they're both B, and then A is A's because it's Basque and balance. But what I thought of as soon as I saw the balance card, and this is probably why I kept saying March for other videos, I wonder if whatever is happening for a lot of the collective happened in March, and it's like revisiting itself, because I specifically remember asking Geminis at one point in time to find more acceptance for both people, or both, like, we all have duality, right? We all have light and dark, no matter what sign you are. However, I feel like out of all the signs, right, Geminis definitely notice the contrast in that. Like, it's not to say that your contrast is extreme. It can be depending on who you are, but I feel like Gemini notices that way more, whereas other signs, whether you're on a healing journey or not, they may like assimilate with more, not assimilate, they may resonate with one side more than the other, right? But the key here, Gemini, that's why I said assimilate, is how do you assimilate both sides that you feel so starkly? There's a stark, vast difference. You know that, you feel that from day one, all the time. Pero como puedes, like how can you, I thought I was gonna say it in Spanish fully, but I was like, well, we don't know all those words. But how can you make it so that whatever side that you don't really quit like that, like how can you make it so that it shines? Like, how can you make it so that it shines? How can you allow for it to play with you more? You don't have to shun it. What if it brings you more balance than a burden like you think? You know what I mean? Like, what if play with it more, let it lead you more. Don't hide it to yourselves, like what people think about it, really and truly, because it's none of their business. Like, it's really none of their business, honestly, how you show up to the table. You know what I mean? That's your business. Like, as long as you do it in a way that's respectful, and as long as you do it in a way that is honoring who you are, like, it's none of nobody else's business what side comes out to play. If they like it or don't like it is none of their business. I mean, none of your business, really and truly. As long as you like it is all that matters. And I feel like that is really what is coming through. Like, I don't want to get on y'all case about why y'all didn't do this yet, because that's neither here nor there. I know everyone in their own timing, but the more you avoid it, the more it's going to come back up. So how can you find ways to better hold that in? You know, maybe you did find solutions in March that you haven't put into play yet, but ask yourself, how can you put those things into play? Like, how can it live simultaneously without it feeling like, wow, this is a burden? Because maybe somebody told you it was a burden when you was a kid and they didn't know any better, but you know better now. So why do you keep telling yourself that same false information, that same false story? Why? The world wants to know. But let's see, because I'm thinking divine feminine. I'm actually thinking both, to be honest. I won't lie. Let's see how the time goes though. Let's see. Yeah. What divine feminine energy is walking with the Gemini sun and moon signs this July? I like this. It says, Parvati, the goddess of devotion. I am a love that does not leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. And I like so many things about this. Because it kind of looks like she's carrying, like she's bringing birth to something or bringing light to something. And I'm going to show you the card in a second. But the sun is out on a very cloudy day. And I can tell that it's the sun and it's not a lit up chakra because everything is not lit up. It's like the clouds are hiding some parts of the sun. You know, like when the clouds are moving and you can only see like a glimpse of the sun. That's what this looks like. And I think just the imagery alone, it kind of looks like there's a ship behind her too. Sorry, there's a lot going on. But so I wonder if you guys really resonate deeply with water or even boats, right? But what I was gonna say was this goes well with where this reading is already going, because even though it's a cloudy day, it very much is given overcast in this photo, the sun still shines. The sun still shines. So even if your quote unquote dark side comes out to play, your sun still shines, Gemini. Like, you're a gem, babe. And like, diamonds shine no matter where they are. Period. Whether the sun is out or not, you can always like flick it to see that, because it's who you are naturally. You know what I mean? And just play with that. Give birth to that, yo. Give birth to that. Give birth to your, like, rebirth your darkness, whatever that means, right? Rebirth your darkness, because that story is long gone. It is not even resonating with you anymore. And that's really probably why you just like shy away from it. But that's okay. Sometimes things take time. Don't put hella pressure on you to figure out what that means, right? Just allow yourself to integrate love and kindness into it. That's literally sometimes all it takes, is to flow. And flow sometimes just needs kindness. It needs a little bit more effort. It needs a little bit more energy. It needs a little bit more alone time. Not for too long though, you know what I mean? It'll be dramatic. But anyways, transformation with this goddess calls for a softening. When a situation is hard, even painful, Parvati is suggesting that you allow your fist to unfold. Open and release what is clenched in your fear or stress. Remember that your love is a mountain that cannot be moved. Remember that your love is a mountain that cannot be moved. Remember that your love is a mountain that cannot be moved, and that this bond between you is holy. No human hands or words can ever break it. Hold on. No human hands or words can ever break it. The answer of what's next or highest for you can be found through the subtle act or simply abiding. Not reacting, not running, not hiding. A deep reservoir of power can surge from within us when we choose to remain present. Letting devotion inhabit us in moments where our ego has typically fled infuses us with the capacity to transform all of our relationships. The last sentence I'm gonna read was, devotion is not an attachment. And I'm gonna be quiet because I said all of that in lesser words. But like, let's see, what's the overall energy coming forward? The Gemini sun and moon signs this July. It was giving, I'm not too sure of myself. And now it's giving standing in my power. And I love that. Like, and I love it. Love it for you. Okay. Love is for you as well. Just saying. But let's get into it. One more time. I want to know why the wind chimes is really going off. I wanted to see if it was really blowing air out there. But anyways, let's see. What's the overall energy coming forward to the Gemini sun and moon signs? Spirit, 4 cards, please. Overall energy coming forward to the Gemini sun and moon sign. 4 cards, please. Ooh, jeez. Okay. 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards, please. 1 more card. 1 more card. 1 more card. 1 more card. Or we go with whatever card happens. Oh, that was 2. I want 1. 1 more card, please. I might just go with the 3. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 3. 2 cards keep wanting to come out, and not that that's a bad thing, but okay. So we have the Crown, then we have the Sun, and then we have the Trickster. And for some real reason, this Trickster is really giving me a you vibe. Like, you playing with yourself. And not in a sexual nature, but you're playing around. Let's be real. Let's be real. You're playing around. You know what you need to do, Gemini. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. You know what you need to do. Especially with the river at the bottom of the deck. You know what you need to do. You know, you can feel that you're like you're pushing against the current. You can feel it. You know that you're fighting this. You know that you're playing around. You know that, and when I say playing around, like, you know what you need to do. You're just not doing it. And at that point, I don't have no mercy for none of that. Like, I don't have no mercy for none of that. Do what you need to do, like, period. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Do not wallow in your own pity, because at the end of the day, sometimes we have to acknowledge when something is our fault, right? Like, granted, it may not have begun being your fault, but the more that we're conscious of what we need to do and we don't do it, the more that becomes our fault. Like, originally, it may not have been your fault, and I'm gonna reiterate that. Originally, it may have not been your fault wherever you are currently. Originally may not have been your fault, but once you identified what you needed to do and you didn't do it, that becomes your fault now. Like, high key, low key, like, it becomes your fault. There's no nice way to say that. Like, really and truly, like, you can't now like wallow in your pity because originally it wasn't your fault. You know that. Kind of get over it. It's time. It's time, babes. Like, you're either going to accept life for what it is and keep it pushing, or cut it off and keep it pushing. But at the end of the day, the follow-up plan ends up being keep it pushing, because you can't keep dimming your own light because something happened to you. Apologies for the quality. I literally lost storage again, but the point is, you can't let your ego continue to tell you the same narrative and the same story about what happened, and not acknowledge the parts that we play. Because once we become aware of something, that gives us power and that gives us some form of control. So this low period you may be experiencing with integrating yourself may deal with something like that, right? But it's time for some tough self-love. Like, it's time for that, so that way you can stop these negative, like, self-talk that you're giving yourself, Gemini, really and truly, because it's time to flow. There's no more drowning in these waters. There's no more drowning in these waters at all. Like, no more. There's no time for it. Literally none. But this idea of just talking to your ego, like, really talk to your ego. You have to understand which thoughts belong to you and which thoughts just want you to stay stagnant and stay in this very confused, like, state, Gemini, because you're very intelligent, like, intellectually intelligent, very emotionally intelligent. Even if someone may have told you that you are very stifled in your emotions, that's not true. But you're very emotionally intelligent. You're very intelligent, period. You know, so own that, like, really own that. But let's get into these last breaths to close it out. Let's inhale. We're gonna do 3, right? So let's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Thank you, Gemini, so much for rocking with me throughout this whole entire video. If you felt that any message here resonated with you, por favor, déjame un comento. Déjame un corazoncito blanco en los comentos. Please drop a white heart in the comments for your girl. Gang. I have no Gemini placements. I don't know why I just went off. But anyways, know that if you want a personalized reading, you can hit the links in the description box to send your girl a DM and we can get that started. But until then, know that I'm sending you love, know that I'm sending you warmth, know that I'm sending you big hugs and all the sweet honey for this very second, for the rest of your day, for the weeks to come in July, and for your entire month.